practicing and going through various events that are going across the globe. And then sir, around 1:30, 2 o'clock, we break for lunch. And if my father is home, that is great, but he's generally busy at the office. So it's me, my mother, and my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. We have lunch together.
Okay, so let's talk about the family as a more composite thing. How many members are there? What is each one doing? And now that you are staying there, what is your contribution? What responsibilities you take? And decisions where you are consulted or your decisions have been affect anything else related to your
Yes, sir. So, sir, with respect to my family, sir, it is a nuclear family which involves my father, my mother, me, and now our maternal grandmother is staying with me, sir, because 2024 was a bit hard on us because I lost both my paternal and my maternal grandfathers. So that only leaves my maternal grandmother as one of the grandparents that I have. So now she's been living with us for the past 1 year as well. Also, with respect to the family time that we've been spending together, that happens generally at lunches, dinners, and during the evening when we are sitting down for a cup of tea. We discuss various matters. Am I audible, sir?
right in between it is getting out.
Is it button for the power? Battery is about
Okay.
just a moment. So battery
बैटरी
for Dell OBS.
चलो कोई ये निकाल दिया ना चलो
Yes. Am I audible, sir?
एक मिनट
Yeah, now you are.
सॉरी सर ये क्या कुर्सी उर्सी लगाई ना ज़्यादा चलो
Yes, sir.
कोई बात नहीं. Okay, start with family again. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So my family consists of 3 members apart from me, sir, which is my father, my mother, and my maternal grandmother. As I mentioned that I lost both my paternal and maternal grandfathers in the year 2024. So since then, my maternal grandmother is staying with us. That is the 4 of us. With respect to the time that we spend together, sir, it is generally over lunches and dinners, and also during the evening tea as well. We discuss a lot of things, family-related things. If there is some events or functions that are upcoming, we discuss about that, how to plan on that, how to celebrate that. Over the weekend, sir, we try to go out for family lunches. Whenever my dad is free on a Sunday weekend, family lunches or visiting some prominent places here in Bhopal itself, sir. And then some time is spent later in the day. So if there is some match going on TV, sir, me and my father are completely hooked to the game from ball one to the last ball of the game. So that is how we spend together time as a family. And with respect to my responsibilities in the family, sir, right now, I help them in basic day-to-day activity. Now that can range from drying the clothes after the washing machine has done its job. It can involve filling the water bottles. Sometimes, sir, I cook my own food as well. If I want to have something different, which is not very conventional at home, because they are very conventional in their eating things, that it is there is dal, rice, there is vegetables going on. So I do have that on most occasions, but in case if I would like to cook something separately for myself, I can manage to cook as well a bit. So.
Okay, so this is as far as the family is concerned.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about the locality you stay. Any activities there?
Yes, sir. So currently my father is posted in headquarter PNP sub area, that is the Sultani and Pentry lines here in Bhopal. So we, since it is an army cantonment, there is a plethora of activities that we can do. So we, as I mentioned, me and Dad generally go out on a walk and run early in the morning, and in the evening, sir, we try to spare some time over squash or badminton. So that is how we are spending our time physically. And over the weekend, sir, in case we have the VDSI, which is also a small theatre. It's a small indoor theatre, open theatre that we have within the premises of headquarter PNP sub area. So we do go out for a movie here and there occasionally as well, sir.
So again, everything is with the family, no friends, no outside activity?
Yes, sir, that is one thing that I have struggled a bit with in PNP sub area, because the children tend to be very young around me. It's generally in the age group of 15 to 16 years who are just getting to board examinations or getting into the JE mode altogether. So I've been trying to find someone my age, but in the meanwhile, sir, I try to spend time with the other officers which are there, who I meet in the badminton court, and I spend time playing badminton with them as well.
Okay, so besides the fact that your father is from the army, other factors which motivate you, influence you to join the defense forces?
Yes, sir. So it is I would like to mention, the first and foremost will be my dad's, because I've seen my dad grow into such a ethical and work-oriented officer for the last 30 years of his life. That has very motivated me quite a lot. Apart from that, sir, it is about the various stories of valor that I have been reading since my childhood age, because we have had access to libraries since the childhood. So you have these small anecdotes on some war veteran, on some war hero who has done some great role of courage or bravery in the most adverse kind of situations. So those have motivated me as well. And apart from that, sir, it is what I've seen over the years. It is a brotherhood. It is a bond homie. You have people there for each other. In case if you're down, there is someone to pick you up. If you see someone who's down for you, you are going to pick them up. So that bond homie culture, that is very appealing to me as well. And finally, sir, I feel that when you go on posting, sir, you try to interact with the local people as well, and that is where you could get to interact with the youth, which is the biggest currency that the country has right now. So ensure that that particular youth is well informed about various good things that they can do, and do not go on a different route altogether, which will not be which will not be very great for them. These are my some specific reasons that I would like to join the Indian Council.
Also, the army gives a lot of opportunities for adventure activities for children. How come you haven't participated in any adventure activities?
Yes, sir. So, sir, that you're mentioning is that the AWA used to host summer camps over each and every year. So I tried seeking permission from my parents, but unfortunately they didn't give me permission. So there were our summer vacation camps that were held in Mount Abu and in Shimla as well. But I haven't been able to. That is one thing that I regret.
Why couldn't you influence them?
Sir, I tried my best, sir, but I guess that single child thing that certainly comes up sometimes, that they don't want to let me go. So,
But isn't it strange that a single child there not being this thing and then getting into a profession which
Yes.
holds certain amount of risk, they are permitting you? So isn't it contravening?
yes, sir, it is a bit contradicting that way, sir, but I've been trying to convince them to let me go out for more opportunities, and that is why, sir, I was able to manage to work for a year and a half, because they are very instrumental that you have done your college, you can come back, sit with us, prepare for various examinations, complete your higher degree. But I convinced them on that front, sir, that I would definitely want to work for at least a year and a half, because that also gives me a good corporate setting, and that will also help me grow as an individual on various fronts that I have not been exposed to, sir, up until my home life.
Okay, so now you opted for short service.
Yes, sir.
So where is the training done for short service officers? What is the duration? What are the various the arms which you would like to offer? And what would be the reason in support?
Yes, sir. So, sir, with respect to the training for the short service commission for non-tech officers is in OTA Gaya, OTA Chennai, sir. So there are two batches that happen in OTA Chennai, sir. One is from October up until September of next year, and one is from April up until March of the next year. So it's 11th month duration of the training, sir. That is there for OTA Chennai officers, and then we get commissioned into one of the arms that are there. Sir, with respect to my special preference, sir, if allotted any regiment or any unit, I would definitely serve it with the best of my capabilities, sir. But there is some emotional connect that I share with the Jammu and Kashmir Rifles, because the very first story that I ever read about valor and courage was from Captain Vikram Batra from the Kargil War, and he happens to be from the Jackrif. And apart from that, sir, the Gorkha Rifles, sir, because when I was in Rangapahar military station, sir, I have seen the current CDS happen to be the GOC in C there. GOC of 3 Corps there in Dimapur, sir. So I have seen him work as well. So he's now the current CDS as well. So there is an emotional connect to these two particular regiments, sir. But apart from that, sir, if given opportunity to serve in any of the regiments that the Indian Army offers, I would serve them to the best of my abilities and capabilities.
I am not talking about regiments in particular. I am talking about the arms. What are the combat arms? What are the supporting arms?
So for the combat arms, so for these two, as I mentioned, I would like to serve in the infantry, sir. So apart from the infantry, sir, we have the mechanized infantry, sir, and the armored corps, which are part of the combat arms. Coming to the combat support arms, sir, we have the artillery, we have army air defense, we have corps of signals, we have corps of engineers, and we have army aviation as well in that. And then apart from that, we have services like EME is there, ASC is there, AMC is there.
Okay, as an infantry officer, what would the weapons you think you would be using? Or in other words, the infantry, what weapons does the infantry use?
Yes, sir. So, sir, infantry right now, sir, has INSAS in its armory, sir, that they have been using, which they are trying to phase out, sir, with a more advanced AK-203 assault rifles, which are being inducted now. Their production has started Amethi about 6 months ago. So that is something that will be inducted. Apart from that, sir, there is Saab Carl Busto M4 caliber, sir, that will also be a part of the infantry regiment, sir, as part of the gun, sir, apart from the specialized gears and specialized advancements that will be there. So these things I guess I will be using as part of an infantry regiment, sir.
Does the infantry use only rifles? That's all.
I'm so not very clear on that aspect, sir. So I'm aware of the few rifles that they use that I will be.
Your father is from which arm?
Sir, my father is from Corps of Signals, sir.
Okay. Right. So how many commands are there in the army and what is their location?
Yes, sir. So there are 7 commands, sir, 6 operational and 1 training command, sir. So starting from the operational command, sir, we have the Northern Command that is headquartered in Udhampur. We have the Eastern Command headquartered in Kolkata. We have the Western Command headquartered in Chandimandir. We have the Southern Command headquartered in Pune. We have the Southwestern Command which is headquartered in Jaipur, which is the youngest command that we have. And then we have the Central Command which is headquartered in Lucknow. And the training command that we have, which is also known as RTRAC, is situated in Shimla, sir.
Okay. Right. So how do you keep yourself updated on what's happening around in the country and the world?
Yes, sir. So basically, sir, I try to tune into some good news channels over the TV or over the YouTube as well. There are some live sessions that go on from these news channels like First Post. And then there will be something that comes up on the internet. There are notifications over the various applications that you have of news that come up. So I try to update myself there. And in case if I may require some further extra information, I just type it out on the Google and try to understand the entire issue or whatever is being going around with respect to the world, sir.
Okay. Update on the Iran-Israel war. What is the latest? What do you think is the causes? And what do you see in the future?
Yes, sir. So the latest kinetic Iran-Israel war started specifically the 28th of February, sir, wherein Israel and USA launched coordinated attacks to dismantle the upper core of the Iranian regime, that is basically their IRGC heads and basically the clergy that was ruling over the country, under the pretext that they are a threat to the Western world, and they have been launching various attacks through various proxies over the years. So that was one attempt that they saw at dismantling the entire Quds Force or the IRGC and the clergy at the top. That was the reason for that has been given by Israel and the USA, sir. So with respect to the developments as of this morning, the chief security officer that Iran had has been killed in an airstrike, which has been confirmed by Iran itself this particular morning. And but in protest, sir, we have the chief security officer who was the counter-offensive officer, which is Mr. Joe Kent, who was there in the USA. He has resigned in protest, sir, from the United States, stating that as per his assumptions or as per whatever reports that they have been submitting to the higher ups, Iran was not the potential threat as such, and it was some political pressure or maybe some political gains that led to this particular attack.
Okay, the concept or the thought process behind America was that if they knock off the regime,
Yes, sir.
and seeing the previous setting there where the Gen Z and others were revolting, they thought there would be a regime change.
Yes, sir.
That did not happen, and also in spite of the hierarchy being knocked off, Iran is still fighting and fighting fiercely.
Yes, sir.
Reasons for those.
Also, basically, sir, so I guess Iran in some portion had basically preempted this particular attack, sir. So they had shifted to something called a mosaic defense strategy. So all the things that were leading from the control unit, that is the top clergy, that basically split across the various units that they have within them. So the IRGC has one entire core that is there at the top, and then there are various units, various commanders, various forces. So by getting the mosaic defense strategy up in place, they basically decentralize that entire set of power into these unit-based commanders. And that's
Understood.
it.
Hormone Strait problem. How do you think this should be solved?
Sir, with respect to the problem, sir, I guess everything has a diplomatic solution at the end of the day, because before the 20th February attacks, they were very carefully and engaging over the negotiations between these three countries, which was being led by the Turkish people or the Turkish government. So we can try and bring them on the diplomatic channels, because it is not only impacting these three countries in general, it is actually impacting the entire globe. The entire Middle East is now facing the wrath of the Iranian attacks, because they're trying to destroy as many US bases as they can. And apart from that, sir, when I talk from the Indian perspective, we had the Strait of Hormuz that was a bit closed for a brief period of time, and it still remains closed. and we had some panic with respect to our oil and gas needs because about 90% of our LPG is going to flow through that particular route. So there have been some calls, some diplomatic level talks that were held probably between the external affairs ministers in India and the minister in Iran, which basically allowed two of our LPG containers to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. But at the end of the day, sir, I guess all of them have to come on a diplomatic table. In my
Who is
opinion,
your external affairs minister?
sir, S. Jaishankar, sir. Dr. S. Jaishankar.
Okay, right. Aryan, from your own perspective, what do you think are your assets or your strong points? Some areas you can improve or develop. What are you doing for that?
Also, with respect to my strong aspects, sir, I guess I have a good command over the language. I'm confident, and I try to go in depth of things that has a lot of opinions from a lot of people. Apart from that, sir, I have good social adaptability. I'm a good person, try to interact with a lot of people around me. So that gives me a bit more of confidence and also allows me to have a lot of interactions whenever and wherever I go. With respect to my weaknesses, sir, I would like to still highlight my fitness is still not very up to the mark, for which I am engaging on a regular basis, trying to go for runs, walks, engaging in sports. That is one weakness that I have, and I've been trying to eliminate procrastination as well, which somewhat delays my task a bit, and the overthinking that is there. So I've been actively working on that by sticking to the present, working at my weaknesses, and getting to be a better version.
But Aryan, I don't think you're doing enough for your physical fitness. A young boy like you
Yes.
wants to, get more physical fitness, going for a walk.
Yes, sir.
It is definitely not understandable.
Yes, sir. So that is why the walks have been elevated, because I was extremely overweight so earlier. So that was the walks were there for the initial phase to get the body up and running at least. And then it has slowly transitioned into runs and then squash and badminton with my father. Though I will definitely try to engage further and go a bit more with respect to my physical standards.
How much weight have you lost?
Sir, I was 96 when I came to Bhopal, and I tend to be 80 today, sir. So I've lost 16 kgs in the last 1 year, sir.
16 kgs you've lost. Yeah, you're looking still quite bulky.
Yes, sir. Still about 80 kgs, sir. So it's still about 8 kgs at least to go. So I have time, sir, before my next SSB, so I'll be working on that, sir.
When is your next SSB?
So it is in the time frame of 9th May to 13th May, sir.
Okay. Okay, Aryan, for some reason, if you don't get recommended in this SSB as well, then what do you do?
So there is, right now, sir, there is no plan B in my mind. The entire focus is on the SSB, to go out there full throttle and give my best and be recommended, sir. But in case if there is a situation that somewhat like this arises, I do have an extra attempt, sir. That will be my last attempt at CDS. And with respect to my plan B, sir, there is a plan B of doing the MBA, sir, because I already have a year and a half of experience while working at the EdTech that I was working for, and then there is a degree also that I have done. So it is a sweet spot to do an MBA right now, sir. So that will be my plan B. But currently, sir, for the next 2 months, entire dedication and full focus is with respect to this current SSB, sir.
Okay. So, Aryan, with that, we finish. Okay. So, on the whole, so let me take opinion